Who are your friends trying to set you up with? That's today's question. Hi, I'm Sunny, and I have 3 piles you can choose from. From left to right, I have pile 1, 2, and 3. So remember, if you need more time, you're more than welcome to pause the video and then select the pile or piles of your choice when you're ready. So with that being said, I will start with pile number 1. So pile number 1, I just want to let you guys know that I'm trying to speak lower because my voice keeps cracking right now every time I raise it. So it sounds kind of clear right now, but every time I start raising my voice right now, I don't know, it's because the weather's kind of changing, that it's kind of dry air, it's just making it worse. So I apologize if you think it's a little low. So pile number 1, you guys have the 8 of Wands reversed and the Page of Swords reversed. So the person that your friends are trying to set you up with is someone who's kind of not very direct. I kind of feel like they're maybe not, they might have evasive tendencies. They don't need to be necessarily like an introvert. They could be, but they have evasive tendencies to approaching you, right? That could also be their personality with other things. I just feel that when it comes to you, they might not be so direct. They might be more like behind the scenes, or they might need assistance from others to be like, I need you to help me be the person to approach you. They might not always be the, like sometimes when it comes to this, just because your friends are trying to set you guys up doesn't mean the other person also wants to, but they might also be in the same shoes as you are, where they're kind of just being pushed around and caving it, because you obviously sometimes like your friends. You may have frenemies sometimes, but usually if somebody's trying to set you up, it's for good reasons, right? Hopefully not reasons like because you're getting something out of it, right? Like they want a favor from you guys or something. But for the most part, your friends usually try to set you up with somebody who's kind of maybe similar or something. They feel like, oh, this feels like a healthy connection or something. Hopefully you have healthy friends in that sense. But again, sometimes the other party might be in the same shoes where you're like, it's kind of awkward. So I feel like this person might be evasive in that sense. It's like, it's not always that they're introverted. I just feel that they might not choose to be so direct when it comes to communication, for example. Mostly because of the Page of Swords, it's like they might, for example, lack social skills, or they lack interesting conversation, not because you're boring. They could be sometimes a little bit more serious, but I think they may struggle with like being there's a word, but I keep thinking of chit chatty. Like they may struggle to be when I say superficial talk, it's not like fake. It just feels like um, I wouldn't necessarily say office talk. I just feel I would say something like, "Oh, how's the weather?" or like, how's your coffee?" or like, "How do you how are you today?" Like, it's just simple things. They might struggle with stuff like that. I know there's a proper word for it, but it's one of those. I think I'm trying to say conversational, and I can't think of the word, but I think it is conversational. Like I think keeping light conversation, being conversational, isn't smooth for them. I think they may sometimes put their foot in their mouth because they're too serious or too brief, or they might be overly wordy too. It's like it is reversed. So like sometimes I think sure, Page of Swords can be chatty, but sometimes it can be a fun chatty. It's not like it's a malicious chatty or like overly sharing, perhaps. Maybe it could be, but I just think that this person may, I think they may struggle with that part, to be lighthearted. I think they may sometimes be like too knowledgeable, um, and it may come off as maybe snooty, right? So this is the kind of person they're trying to set you up with. It's like, I think maybe they see you as someone who enjoys conversation. Let me, you know what? I'm gonna pull up a kind of a confirmation card for you guys. You guys got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So I'm wondering why they would say, oh, you know, I should have maybe just chosen 3 cards for each pile, now that I think of it. Because these are like why, the kind of person they're trying to set you up with, and this would be you. So to me, I think maybe it's because you maybe had maybe you kissed a lot of frogs. Is the best way I can say it. It's like, oh, you just feel like you had a rough patch with people you've been trying to maybe see as a possible connection, right? To date, and you're just like, oh, they're fine. It's just, they're just, maybe there isn't spark, or maybe you feel like there's always something. It's like they don't have everything down your list of like, this seems like someone I could be interested in. So I think you feel like you've been at a loss when it comes to romance, in the romance department. And you feel like you're kind of keeping to yourself, you're being more self-protective, because maybe you just choose very messy people, or you choose difficult people to love. And that's why you feel like, oh man, I'm always losing, I'm always getting the short end of the stick with them. So it's not always like, everybody has different reasons, but I just think overall you feel that you can't find that emotional aspect with the connections. Maybe I think you're missing that link. Like, yeah, I just don't think I can open up easily to them. I'm trying to, because you're maybe a little bit more of a vulnerable person, and you want like a long-term commitment, and even though it's work, I think you're up for it, and you feel like, man, I'm always losing. So they're trying to set you up with someone who's good at communicating, but maybe they're a little bit more subdued. They're not as chatty as you might think like an air sign would be. They might have air sign qualities, a little bit of fire in there, but it's like maybe emotional intelligence that they're good at. Maybe that's why they're trying to set you up with this person. It's like they have a lot of emotional intelligence. Maybe they don't always speak like that, but when you get to know them, they get comfortable with you, they might just show you that side, and they see, oh, this would be great compatibility with pile one. So yeah, I think maybe you guys were kind of like both of you guys, because you're like, I've had some disappointments. It's like, oh, like, it's not super serious in the sense like, oh, you were super serious about people, but I think the intentions there is just the fact that you're like, oh, I got my hopes up for nothing. Okay, fine. You're just kind of like in a funk. So I feel like you're kind of looking elsewhere. You're just kind of looking at your own, like, I think both of you guys are doing your own thing, and maybe it might be the match that you need according to your friends. That's why they're like trying to set you up. So that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 2, you guys have the King of Wands upright and the Strength card upright. So pile number 2. Okay. I think your friends are trying to set you up with somebody who's a fire sign. Maybe they have like strong they have strong Aries and Leo in their chart. Someone who's kind of hard to ignore, I think, because they're just, I think they want you to be with someone who's very protective. That's all I think about with this pile. It's like they want to set you up with someone who's very protective, and I wonder why. It's like, do they want you to be with somebody who's protective of your heart? Because I also think of like Leo's heart, or someone who's gonna be protective of you and like put boundaries with people who feel like, okay, they're taking advantage of you, and they might feel like you're a bit of a pushover, and they kind of need you to like step up and like kind of push you to that direction, and like tell them no, like they want you to stand your ground. Like, what kind of protectiveness for this pile? Like, for every person's going to be different when it comes to that term, but I think there's a certain protective, maybe it's because your friends are super protective of you. They want to set you up with this person because they're just as protective. Like, they feel like they have that energy of like, they're very protective of the people they love near and dear to them. So they're like, oh, this would be a great match for them because we approve of this person. maybe your friends are very protective, that they're like choosier. I think they may be more they may be more involved with your romantic partners. Not that they interfere with your choices. I just feel that they might have more of a say, because maybe they might read you better. It's like maybe you might not voice yourself as great when it comes, not because you can't communicate, but because you just don't have the directness in you to be like, I affirm this, I want it, kind of like that, very decisive. I think that's where they push you, so maybe that's where they're kind of more involved in that sense. So I'm just gonna get a quick confirmation for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna cover this one. You guys got the Devil card upright as you. Oops. That's an interesting take to me, because it's like there's this protectiveness of pile 2 with something very toxic. So like, do they want to set you up with this person because they want them to like, maybe you're fighting your inner beast, inner demons, and they think it's like this person's like a force to be reckoned with. Like they might lead you onto the strong path. I think they want you to have more of a strong will. For like example, like if you have vices, they think this person would be great to like, maybe it's because of their job or things they've been through, they see them as like, oh, this person's more than qualified to steer you down the healthier path, right? A more righteous path, or a path of forgiveness, I feel. And like, not challenge, I just feel that they have like this determination. They're not gonna let you down, and they feel like they have the strong will, they have the capability, they're protective. So like, that's why I kept thinking like, maybe it's the vices that they kind of help you with, like getting out of those vices into healthier habits that are not self-destructive, or like they help you realize things that are not maybe easy for you to address. I think you maybe hide things, and they're like, no, we're gonna shed light into this. That's why I kept thinking of Leo and Aries. It's like, you can't hide from them. You can't hide from the sun, and you can't hide from the person that takes charge. It's like they're not scared. They're not scared or intimidated by the scary things, or the worst parts of you, for example. So I just can't help but feel that. It's like, I feel you might have self-destructive tendencies, or there's toxic, or like people around you, or like obsessiveness, or being stuck in a rut, in a cycle of like maybe toxic partnerships, for example. Because it is also like a woman and a man, which is presumably Adam and Eve, I assume, connected with the devil, chained by shackles. So yeah, it could be that they're trying to maybe be protective of your past, of ex-partners that could have been also toxic, you know, made of some of you guys might have had partners who were controlling or abusive, right? Or partners who took advantage of you financially. I also think it's also that it's like a finance card too. Like, I think they there's a reason why they're steering this person into your life. I'm just curious. I'm kind of curious. I want to pull out another card for this one, just out of curiosity. You guys got the Ten of Pentacles reversed. I think it might be a lot of work. Or, well, when I pull this, it's more towards you. So I think you have this false idea that, like, you think it might be a lot of work, for example. maybe to be with this person, or to get out of these cycles, or get these people out, or get yourself out of these self-destructive habits, for example, or a job, for example, or even this lack mindset of financial scarcity, or having to depend on your partner, maybe, when in fact maybe they show you that there's easier ways, like it's easier than you think. And maybe you're just like, oh, I think maybe it's like a mental block, maybe for some, when it comes to like, oh, I knew, like, maybe you knew the plan of what to do, but until you executed it and like went through it, it's like, oh, okay, I didn't know the clarity was going to be different, right? I didn't know that this was easier to do. It's like, well, you release the weight off your shoulders, responsibilities, feels like work, maybe it's a business, maybe it's just money. It's like, I think maybe it's also money for some of you guys, issues with money. But yeah, things being easier, things becoming, I think maybe this person might make it easier for you to address things in your life, and that's why they want to bring this person in. It's like this person maybe battled a lot of demons and this person has a lot of, it's like a strong will. I keep thinking this person's very strong-willed, stubborn. But I think the stubbornness they have might be, I can't help but think like they might be a little bit in a healthier way. It's like they're not gonna let go. It's like I keep thinking like they're not Rose from the Titanic. It's like they're gonna catch you. It's like they'll catch you in your worst. They'll still be around. That's not gonna push them away from you. There's stubbornness. So yeah, totally up to you if you feel like this is your vibe and stuff, but maybe when you're ready you could, or sometimes you're not interested in the person. Maybe you're like, oh, that person's not cute. Maybe you just friend zone them, and that's totally fine too. But every person's different. But that's the kind of person they're trying to set you up with. I think your friends are very protective of you, and they want to help you, and they feel like, oh, this person's just as protective as we are. We come from them. We come from their potential. So thank you, pile number 2. Pile number 3, you guys have the 8 of Cups upright and the Queen of Wands reversed. So I was gonna say number 3. Pile number 3. Let me take some water. Pile number 3. Excuse me if I start sounding scratchy. I'm actually speaking slow and low for that same reason. I'm trying to not raise my voice, because every time I raise my voice lately, I think it's because the air is so dry. It's terrible. It starts cracking. So I don't want to sound like it's like to me it's very distracting. So pile number 3, who are your friends trying to set you up with? I think your friends are trying to set you up with someone better than people you've dated before, or who've been interested in you. It's like sometimes you don't always have to date, but people you've been talking to sometimes don't work out, right? So I think they're trying to set you up with somebody who's like more to your level, someone who feels like they don't have to necessarily be equals, but I just feel like they think you deserve better, right? Maybe you weren't always treated with respect, or maybe the people you were interested in didn't listen to your needs, or it was always like them, right? You were always giving or stuff like that. I think that's why people, like, for example, to me the 8 of Cups is like a person walking away because you're obviously like tired of something. It's like, I've been through this before. Like, it's always a cycle. Like, I also think of 8 as like a cycle, because it's a Scorpio degree. It's like you're trying to not do that anymore. It was a difficult thing to basically ice them, or put a wall or a boundary, or like distance between you both, physically or emotionally. So it's difficult for you to take that choice, but you took it. Therefore, you're trying your best to focus on yourself, for example. Because I also think Queen of Wands is like, even though it's reversed, you're trying to build yourself into like a self-secure person. I think you're working on your confidence and your security, even though it feels kind of awkward or like different in the context of foreign. It's like you're not used to that, but you can get used to that energy, but become familiar with it. It's just a matter of giving it time, because it's obviously not a fast change with this wand energy reversed. It's like you're gonna take your time to kind of get your footing right. So I know I kind of spoke about you more than this person, because that's kind of the vibe, but I feel like they might be the kind of same. Like let me clarify this. I think your friends are trying to set you up with someone who's kind of been through similar stuff like you. That's why I keep wanting to say that first. Like, there's some similarity between you. Maybe it's like you guys marry each other. And they see that. It's like, I wonder. Yeah, I keep thinking like, they're not somebody who's gonna be from your past, who you have any connection. They want someone new for you. It's like, they want somebody who's different, who's new, like a new beginning, who might feel like they have a spark for you. A little bit more serious. They might have trouble being serious, but they're trying to set you up with somebody who's like more mature, even though it's like a bit of it immature with the Queen of Wands reverse. I think they could be immature when it comes to things that anger them. Like, they're working on that. I think that you and them could be working on that. It's like maybe repressed anger, or channeling it for the right purpose or the right direction or something healthier, like transforming it. I'm trying not to be so petty. But maybe you're petty because you've had really bad lovers, right? So it's like they're trying to set you up with somebody who's gonna give you a new beginning, but also who's probably working through the same things. It's like, you know what? They'll match your, I don't want to say they'll match your freak, but I feel like they want to match your freak. Sure, that could be used in like the naughty sense, but I feel like they want to know that they're not gonna easily be scared to like walk away. But it is walking away. There's something weird about this. It's like, I want to get a confirmation card for you, because that's what I pulled for every other pile. So let me pull that. You would be represented by the Wheel of Fortune upright. I mean, you're good in the sense of like, you're coming on as like a change, like a new sense of direction. You're going in a different direction. Maybe the person they're trying to set you up with, like, completely may be different, but also at the same time similar personalities. I feel similar but new, different, maybe from a farther out location, a foreigner maybe. I just feel like there's like you're a good positive change, or you're someone that kind of triggers movement. Yeah, I don't know why. It could be, maybe it's like same gender relationships for some of pile number 3, but it's something new. It's like you never tried this kind of dating before, or relationship, or gender, or it's like, okay, foreigner, it's like, okay, different, random, but your game. Very different. So it's like, maybe it feels like you're out of your comfort zone of like, well, I'm so familiar with this, but like, this is completely new. But you still see them like, oh, you guys have same Doesn't necessarily have to be values, but you guys have same temperaments, emotions, or you went through the same difficult heartbreaks, and that's why it's like, okay, I see where you're coming from. So yeah, I'm just gonna get one more for you guys. You guys have the Ace of Cups for you on your side, so I think yeah, I keep thinking that you guys want new love, like different. You're ready to express that or just have fun. You're ready to just go with the flow. You're not trying to control things. It's like it comes from a softer energy. You know what? I think that's what it is. I think you're coming in softer, like you were healing, but you want something new, and they're trying to set you up with that. Like I just feel like for this pile, I know I was supposed to describe more of the person they're trying to set you up with, but I can't help but wanting to go back to you. It's like this pile feels more like you. It's the focus on you. Maybe you could be the Queen of Wands. So I was describing the other person, but this could be you. It's like there's an importance on focusing more on you. Even if you're a man, you get the Queen of Wands. It's like there's an importance of focusing more on you in the relationship rather than the other person. I feel like there's like evening out the level field. It's like the wheels are turning finally in your favor. And that's why they're like, okay, this person's kind of got that it factor for you. So sorry, I had to take more water. I just feel like they found the right combination to match you up with, so that you feel like a different, like you get a different taste of what a connection could be. It's like, okay, let's get you out of some, like your typical, doesn't have to be a cycle, but it could be typical cycle, typical taste of men and women. Let's set you up with something completely different. Something we think, like your friends think like, oh, this is healthy. This is different. This is new. Yeah. Or someone maybe who's more emotional. Maybe you're someone who always ends up dealing with like people who are selfish, more like people who want to take from you, and they're like, no, let's set you up with someone who's in touch with their emotional side, their softer energy, someone who's willing to give to you, even if it feels weird. They want it. They're like, go for it. It's different. It's new. You need to have a taste of something healthier, so you feel like you have a good reference point if it doesn't work out. They want you to explore. They want you to feel that out, and that's why they want to set you up with this person. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they have strong water energy in their chart. And they could be a bit creative, but maybe they're an artist and it's completely different from you. It's like, what? But yeah, they want something new for you. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. It helps me out with my channel, and I'll see you in a different video. So bye everybody, have a nice day.